So good morning, good day. And in some ways, some of us are here today to befriend our bodies, to become intimate with our bodies, to not treat our bodies as something foreign to us, something that we take for granted and use to kind of do the things that the mind wants to do, the self wants to do, an object of transport, to reconcile or heal our relationship to the body. So it's not something to be aversive to or angry to or ashamed of, or all kinds of difficulties that people have with their bodies. But to have a healed relationship with the body, so there's no wound between you and your body, there's no fear of the body, no shame of the body, no anger, no ignoring of it. And one of the ways to do this is to listen to the body deeply, as if the body has a voice, as if the body has an expression that wants to be known. To treat the body with tremendous respect, with care, with love. It too wants to be known. And maybe that's a little bit my own kind of language for that. But something profound happens when we make room in awareness for the body to be itself, and to know the body from the inside out. From the outside in, we could treat the body as an object, and then we can have all these relationships to that object, that thing, the body. But to treat the body or care for the body as a subject from the inside out, not from the ideas, the memories, the histories, the standards we judge it by, but from the inside out, to allow the body to have its own experience, not mediated by how we compare our bodies to other bodies. Don't compare ourselves to how our body was at an earlier age in our life, where we don't relate to our body through our fears of what will happen to the body. Without judgments, just allow it to be. Allow it to be itself. And if you can allow it to be whatever it is, for it to know itself, then there starts to be the wisdom of the body can operate. The the way in which the body is a river, a stream, of movement, of processing. The body is not a thing, it's a process. The body is not a singular event, it's an ongoing unfolding. And to allow that unfolding to occur without interfering with our judgments, interfering with our fixed ideas, interfering by ignoring it, is a phenomenal process. A tremendous amount of benefit can come from that. So we begin by learning, maybe not an easy task, of how to have the awareness of the body be simple. without strain, without resistance, without judgment. And one mode for doing that is to have a receptive attitude towards the body, allowing attitude towards the body as it is in this moment while meditating. And then to that simple awareness, and then to ask the question, as we're aware of the particular parts of the body, what the body is expressing, what is this? What is this sensations? What's happening here? But not to get a answer that you can talk about, but rather to ask the question as a way of kind of stepping closer with open arms, stepping closer with an open heart and open mind. What is this? To let it register more deeply. And this letting it register more deeply, what is going on here? So that we begin to move beyond the concepts, the ideas, the stories, the judgments we have of the body. And we get to feel not the abstractions of sensations happening, but get to feel the details of sensations, meaning the particularity of hot and cold and stretching and pulling and moving and flowing and hardness and softness, all that particularity, not because we're straining to understand it, but we're letting the particularity register. And so maybe it's easy to know. So, becoming friends with our body, assuming a posture that is not the posture you think you should have, but the posture you feel that the body would like, so that it can be fully present here for you, for itself. A sense of alert calmness in the body. And to gently close your eyes. And take a moment in your own way to greet your body. As if you're just meeting after being apart for a while. Checking in, how are you, what's going on? And in a way that feels nice and for your body, breathe more deeply and relax on the exhale. Letting your breathing return to normal. And on the inhale, receive some part of your body where there's some tension or holding. And on the exhale, kindly relax the body there. And then to center yourself on the body's experience of breathing. And then to do a little exercise with exploring the sensations of breathing. What sensations heralds the beginning of the inhale? What is the first sensation that indicates your body is breathing in? It might be a little relaxing and expanding, maybe in the belly, the diaphragm, or it might be a little movement of pressure. Diaphragm pushes down. A little movement of expansion as the chest expands. Or the first tingling in the nostrils as the air gets pulled in. As you continue to feel the first sensations of breathing in, you might become aware of different ones that are first. Or maybe different ones seem to occur simultaneously, and you're naturally aware of different ones, different breaths. And then what particular sensations marks the end of the inhale? Sensation of stopping, holding, feeling of pressure or tautness. A momentary stillness where there's no more movement. And between the beginning and the end, can you notice some unique sensation? Or some sensation, it might be the movements in your body, tingling and warmth, expansion. How's the breathing experienced between the beginning and the end? Very lightly. Now receive the whole journey of the in-breath from the beginning, middle, and end. As if the windows open and the rhythm of a breeze appearing blows gently through the window. Relaxing any way in which you're straining or tense, so that awareness can be receptive. Allowing the whole journey of sensations of in-breathing to reveal itself. And then become aware of the first sensation that heralds the beginning of the exhale. Maybe a release, a softening, a movement, a warm tingling or sensation in the nostrils. A pulling, becoming aware of the last sensation of exhaling. Maybe the final sensations of exhaling fade away. Maybe there's a sensations of settling, of weight, pressure or the release of pressure. And between the beginning and end of the exhale, can you recognize a sensation somewhere in the middle? Maybe a small sensations of movement, or a strengthening sensation of warmth or tingling in the nostrils. without being too concerned for the inhale. For the next few exhales, allow yourself to feel beginning, middle, and end of the exhale. And now allow yourself to feel, receive the sensations of breathing in and the sensations of breathing out. Remembering that sensing and sensations occur in the same place. It's not something we do from the control tower, but rather an allowing ourselves to feel what's happening in the body. And like the waves that wash up and down the sandy shore, follow, watch, be with waves of inhale and exhale as sensation in the body. Rather than treating the body with judgment or as a foreign body or as an object that you judge or have stories about, relax and allow yourself to experience the body's sensations, how the body speaks, and listen non-judgmentally. Allowing those sensations to exist peacefully, without any conflict, without being ignored. Maybe by feeling the sensations of your body breathing. And then as we come to the end of this sitting, to whatever degree that you could experience your body non-judgmentally, without a story, allowing it to be as it is, open that kind of awareness to this world of ours, and giving yourself permission for a few moments here to allow the world of people to be as it is, without your judgments, without your stories and projections of the future, memories of what happened. Just allow all things to be as they are at this moment. And you, relaxed and open, breathing. So that your deeper heartfelt compassion for care and love and kindness is unfiltered, unobstructed by the stories and the memories and judgments and fears and desires. And in the special circumstance of meditation, where we don't need to say anything to anyone or do anything for anyone, here to have unfiltered care, unfiltered compassion, love, kindness. Here, now, with goodwill radiating from us in all directions, in front, behind, to the sides, radiating goodwill. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. And may the peaceful goodwill that we end this meditation with May that be the beginning of bringing goodwill into this world. May all beings be free. Thank you. So this will be the fourth talk on mindfulness of the body. And an analogy I like to use that is directly connected to the body is the body's capacity to heal itself from a cut. You might be in the kitchen chopping vegetables and do a little cut in your finger. And your job is to keep the cut clean, to clean it, maybe protect it with a Band-Aid, to keep dirt out of it. But, and then the body has the best circumstances in which to heal itself. If so our job is to kind of get out of the way, but keep it protected. We can't engineer the healing. Probably no one knows all the different physiology of healing a cut that goes on. But the body knows how to do it. So there's all this capacity the body has of healing itself, of coming back into homeostasis, coming back into peace, calm, that if we can get out of the way and allow for the body's wisdom and innate capacities to operate, a lot of things can happen. I've been with people who have died, and sometimes it's remarkable to see people's faces right after they've died because the muscles relax. And there's occasionally a deep sense of peace in the face because tension they've been carrying in the facial musculatures have finally released. We get a little bit the same kind of at the end of a 7-day retreat when we see people's faces after 7 days of meditation. So much has softened in the face. And they haven't been focusing on relaxing the face. It's just the circumstances of the retreat, of leaving oneself alone very deeply, allows something to relax. And maybe a little bit heal in the face, in the muscles of the body, everywhere. So the body has a capacity to relax, to heal. Sometimes the body is it gives a feeling of discomfort when something feels wrong. Something doesn't feel quite right. And there's a kind of feeling of tension or anxiety in the belly, or a little pressure or something, feeling, oh, this is not right. And that body might know that before the mind has understood it. And some people have learned to really pay attention carefully when the body gives this feeling, something's not right here. And then, by paying attention, we discover what it is. So the ability to allow the body its own process uh, gives us access to a lot of much more capacity for health, for healing, for wisdom, for spirituality than if all those things are negotiated only with the mind. And part of the reason for that is that the mind all too easily is hijacked by stories, by judgments, by memories, by fears, by desires, by aversions, hatred, all kinds of things the mind gets caught up in and concerned with. And as it said it's in Buddhism, that sometimes the mind is like a puppeteer that has these strings from the fingers of the mind down into all the different muscles. And some things that, some ways of thinking actually create tension in the body. Maybe that sometimes a severe tension, chronic tension in the body. And the advantage of getting calm in meditation is to notice when we start thinking about something and the impact it has on the body, the tension that comes in, and starting to appreciate that what a strong role that thinking mind has on interfering with the body's own capacities. And so as we meditate, the idea is to no longer experience the body through the filter of all our thoughts and stories and memories and history, but begin to receive and allow for the body's experience of itself. And as I've been doing here, sometimes I use the language of allowing and receiving. And that's sometimes very helpful, but there's a limit to how much allowing, receiving, accepting you want to do, because sometimes that lends itself to being very general and kind of have a generalized kind of sense of experience here and now. The deepening of mindfulness meditation comes when we, in this relaxed, open, allowing awareness, we allow things to touch the soft, tender part, the sensitive part of awareness, and really we get to know it well, feel it well, and recognize what it is. As I put my finger on the softest, more sensitive part of my palm, then it's not just feeling a finger, which is a kind of abstraction. There's feelings of warmth, feelings of pressure, softness, a little bit of radiating warmth, and a little bit of texture there, a little bit of elasticity. There's a little bit of pressure there. There's all these very particular sensations. The deepening of vipassana practice comes when we combine this kind of relaxed and soft, receptive awareness that is not filtered with not carried by or influenced by a lot of thoughts, ideas, concepts of what is, to really start feeling the simplicity of the moment, of the actual sensations themselves. So even if I put my finger against my palm, and if someone says, "What are you experiencing?" and I say, "I'm experiencing my finger touching my palm," that's not exactly what I'm experiencing. That's the concept of finger, concept of palm. Yes, they're touching, that's what's happening, but the experience, the sensations is not the finger. Sensation is not the palm. The sensation is the warmth, the pressure, the elasticity, the texture, the pleasure that I feel in that contact. Those are the sensations. And the same thing happens with pain. That pain is pain is real for sure, but it isn't. The word pain is an abstraction, and if we stay at the abstraction, it's kind of like saying the experience of the finger against the palm. It's not actually what's happening. What's literally happening is that there might be intense piercing or sharp heat or twisting or stabbing sensations. There might be there's the pain is, there's many different kinds of pain. And so which kind of pain is it now? And to feel the sensations of it. The advantage of doing that with anything, including pain, is that as long as we stay a little bit separate by the concepts, the idea of what it is, and not in the sensations, we're not allowing ourselves that intimacy, that to allow a deep sense of way in which awareness makes room for those sensations to unfold, to do what they want to do. And that is one of the great arts of insight meditation, is to be so close to the experience in a gentle, soft, relaxed way that it's almost as if the awareness is not riding tightly on top of our experience, concerned with it, struggling with it, but rather the awareness is a great open space that allows things to unfold, to unravel, to open up, to shift and change as they need to do. So it's like creating room. Mindfulness is like creating space. So it's not just a moment of mindfulness we want. It's like, warmth, and then allow that warmth to be felt. Pressure, allow the pressure to be felt. Pleasure, allow the pleasure to be felt. Not for the sake of experiencing it for oneself, but rather to allow the sensations room so that they can move along and do what's next. All sensations are processes. All sensations are in movement and active and dynamic. And to start living in that dynamic place, that's one of the functions of deeper insight practice. And so what I'm teaching today is a stepping stone, step towards that capacity. It's not necessarily easy to rest there, but it's part of mindfulness of the body, is to begin finding ourselves not with a general presence for the body, but with a relaxed receptivity to the particularity of the sensations in the body. So today in the guided meditation, we did this exercise to do that with the breathing. And the breathing is part of mindfulness of the body. And to start allowing oneself to kind of get absorbed by the particular sensations that come into play, like the kaleidoscope or of the sensations that flow through as we breathe in and flow through as we breathe out. And it's kind of like getting out of the way while feeling it intimately, getting out of the way where we're really connected, or allowing for the particular sensations to play their dance. Not the general idea of breathing, but the actual particularity of sensations. So we'll continue with this tomorrow. So if this didn't make so much sense to you, don't worry. It might be that whatever you understood from what I taught today, just kind of, even if you didn't know how to apply it, just kind of store it away for now. And with time, I think it'll become clear that how this works in a way that's not a strain, not a lot of effort and work. So we'll have one more day on mindfulness of the body, and we'll do a little bit more on this idea of sensations, and that'll set the foundation for a way of practicing mindfulness of emotions. And I won't be here next week, so the week on emotions will be in 2 weeks. And but this, first with the breathing last week and body this week, all this sets the ground for a wise way of being with emotions. So, thank you very much.